Very good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Yes.
ma'am.
Very good morning. Switch on the videos. Tired after the maths class? Yeah? Switch on the videos, please. Let us go through the chapter number 4 of banking today. Chapter number 4. Quickly revise whatever was taught in the previous class. Quickly revise. By the time, let us see whether others will also join or not. Only 7 of you is here. Go through negotiable instruments. What are negotiable instruments? What was that all about? Switch on the video and revise. Okay, so one of you quickly tell me what is the chapter head? Yes? Louder?
Laws relating to negotiable instrument.
Laws relating to negotiable instruments. Okay. Now, what are negotiable instruments?
Transferable
What is transferable?
documents.
The term negotiable means transferable and documents with what is that?
Instruments.
Instruments. Okay. These instruments means they are legally accepted documents. Okay. Coming to the laws, the act that governs these negotiable instruments, which is that?
Negotiable Instrument Act 1881.
Okay, very good. And which are the negotiable instruments that you find in India? Which are they? Okay, negotiable instruments are documents, legally accepted documents that are transferable. Okay, which are they?
Check.
Check.
Bill of exchange.
Bills of exchange.
Promissory notes.
Promissory note. Very good. So, up to this, it is clear, no? Negotiable instruments. 3 negotiable instruments. We can find only 3 negotiable instruments. Check, promissory note, and bill of exchange. And there is separate act governing all these. And that is Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. Then, anything else? Nothing. Coming to check. What is a check? What is a check? Yes, read, tell me, revise, take it out.
Ma'am, it is an instrument used to withdraw the deposits.
Okay, that is a simple meaning of check. You're right. An instrument that is used by the depositor to withdraw his own money from his account. Very good. Can anyone tell me the definition? Read. Open the book. Read. Try. Coming to the definition of check, the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881 defines a check as a bill of exchange drawn on a specified banker and not expressed to be payable otherwise than on demand. Okay, so this is very important. Please learn it. Now, quickly tell me the parties to a check. The three important parties. So, learn the definition very well for the next class. Definition. Okay. Then, parties to a check. The three important parties. Who are they? Anish?
Drawer,
Mm.
drawee,
Mm.
and payee.
Pay. Who is the drawer? Look at this check and tell me who's drawer. I hope the check is clear. Yes?
Yes,
Yeah. Who is drawer?
Ma'am, is it a bank, SBI?
No, sorry.
Drawer, bank.
Bank.
Yes, ma'am.
No. Drawer is the person who prepares the check. Here it is the Deepak Das. He is the drawer, the one who signs the check, or the to whom this account belongs to. Account holder. Account holder. Okay? So Deepak Das, the payment will be deducted from this particular account. Deepak Das is the drawer. He'll be having some money in this particular account. So it is that money he is planning to give it to Teach Lane. Okay. So here in this particular check, the drawer is Deepak Das. Who's drawee now? Who's drawee? Yes, Rahul? SBI. Why do you say that? Who's drawing? Tell me in a sentence the meaning.
Drawing the drawer who gave the check.
See, drawee is the person or institution, whatever it is, who makes the payment. One who makes the payment is the drawee. And here the Teach Lane is, what is the third one now? Payee. Who is going to receive? So that is drawee. Then we saw the essentials of a check. Yeah, the characteristics of a check that was discussed. Coming to open check and crossed check. Remember what is open check and cross check? Yeah. Please keep the videos on. Vishnu, please keep it on. Krishna, who will tell me about open check? What is the peculiarity of this open check? Anybody, anyone?
And it can be encouraged.
Who is that together giving the answer? Yes, Vishnu, try. Give me the answer, please.
Check used for negotiation purpose.
Okay, that's fine. Tell me in your own words, please, what you understood from open check. No problem. We'll learn. Anybody else? Somebody else was telling me the answer. Who was that?
Ma'am, the payment is done at the counter of the bank.
Very good. That is the answer. Open check means it is encashed at the counter. Okay. When the check holder, he takes it to the bank and deposit there, the money will be given as cash in his hands. It is encashed at the counter. Means you will receive the money from the cash counter. Or you can say A check which is not crossed is called a open check. A check which is not crossed. So then we need to know what is this crossing? Crossed check. What is crossed check? Crossed check means it is not encashed at the counter. The money will be deposited only to the account. Money is transferred to the account. It is not given in hands. Understood the difference? That is open check and crossed check. Open check means it is encashed at the counter. Crossed check means you will not receive the money at the counter. It will only be transferred to the account, whichever account it is. And there are types of crossing. Different types of crossings are there. Crossing is there. We'll come to it. So it is very important, open check and crossed check. Now, dash and dash are open check. Fill in the blanks, please. Such a sentence is not there in the textbook. No need to search for it. But open check includes dash and dash.
Bearer check and order check.
Very good. Bearer check and order check. Both are open check. Both belongs to the category open check. Okay, you can see the bearer check. I told you, bearer check means you will find the word or bearer. Do you find the word or bearer on this check? Or bearer. Or bearer. On the same line of this payee, you will find or bearer. Or bearer means whoever is getting this check or whoever is taking this check to the bank, he will be given the payment. Okay, the bank is not going to confirm or verify who is coming, to whom the payment is given. Nothing is going to be checked by the bank. Why? Because it carries this or bearer, the term or bearer. Whoever is taking this check to the bank, the payment will be given. So that is a very risky check, the bearer check. Now, the next one is order check. These are all important. That's why I'm repeating. Order check means we'll strike off this bearer and we'll write or order. This is also an open check. And this means that it is a kind of order from the drawer to the drawee to make payment only to this payee. So here risk is reduced. Whoever takes the check will not get the payment because it is order. It is actually an order from the drawer to the drawee to make payment only to payee. And this payment, it can be either at the counter, or if the payee wants it to transfer to his account, he may tell that, inform that and get the cash transferred to his account. Is that clear? So open check includes bearer check and order check. Okay. Now coming to crossed check. Okay. Crossed check means, what is the check? Yeah. Crossed check means the payment is not encashed. The check is not encashed at the counter. It will be, why the video is off? Why offing the video? Okay. What is it? Cross check. Cross check means it will be transferred only to the bank, not given in hands. So for that, we will draw two parallel lines. That is how we recognize a crossed check. When you draw two lines here, on the left top corner, we draw two parallel lines. Then it becomes a crossed check. Okay, no? Crossed check. Now this crossing will go in detail. There are different types of crossing. Before that, we saw what is antedated check. Did we discuss that? Antedated check. Antedated check. The validity of a check is 3 months. Please note it down. A check is valid only for a period of 3 months. You can find that in your textbook also. It is given in a stale check, explanation of stale check, last sentence. Validity period of check in India is 3 months. Underline, important. Okay. Coming to antedated check, the check in which drawer mentions the date earlier than the date on which it is presented. Suppose, see, let's take this check. You can see an example of the check on the screen. Yeah. The date is 10/5, 10th of May. Yes, 10th of May. I hope the date is clear. 10th of May. So that is the date written on the check. And this check is taken to the bank on 15th May. 15th May. So it is after the date mentioned. Date on the check is 10th May and the holder of the check takes it to the bank on 15th May. So it is actually a date before 15th. Yes? Before 15th? Not visible? The check is not visible? Rahul, it's not clear?
No.
Okay, I'll change the check. Is this check visible? Can you see the date?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the date written there?
17.
Okay. Let's take this as the example. 17/6 is written on the check. But the check is taken to the bank on 22nd 6. Okay. We take it to the bank on June 22nd. So we went to bank on 22nd, but the date on the check is a before date. Correct? 17th comes before 22nd, no? Yes. So this is a antedated check. Antedated check. If the check has got a date which is before the date which it is taken to the bank, then it is antedated check. Now tell me whether it is possible to get the money. I mean, is it possible to get the money? Whether it is open check or cross check, whatever it be, will you get the payment? Yes or no? Give me a strong yes or no. If it is yes, yes. If it is no, no. Alan, what is it?
Yes,
Yes. Why?
because the check has a validity of 3 months.
Very good. A check has a validity period of 3 months. So up to the period of 3 months, this is valid. So even though the check bears a date which is a previous date. So from this date, from 17th June plus 3 months, it is valid. It can be used. After 3 months of this particular date, then it becomes invalid. You cannot get the payment. Check will not be encashed. Is it clear? That is antedated check. So now we have post-dated check. Post-dated check. What is that now? Post-dated check. Check on which drawer mentions a date which is yet to come, a future date. So suppose, let's take the same case. Here you find on the check it is written 17th 6. Okay? 17th June is written on the check. But the holder is taking this check on 15th June. What is the check? What is the date written on the check? It is 17th. But the person is taking the check on 15th. Is it clear? So this 15th, on 15th, this is a future date, no? Yeah. So then what happens? Will it be encashed on 15th?
No, ma'am.
No. Only from the period of 17 to 3 months, it will be valid. So we cannot take a check for encashment before the date mentioned on the check. So if suppose I have to make some payment to Pranav, I need to pay rupees 10,000 to Pranav. Okay. So what is today's date? Today is 11th September. Today, I'm giving a check to Pranav. And the date I have written, today is second Saturday. It is bank holiday. Okay. So what I did, I wrote the check for 15th. Pranav was also free on 15th. That's why I thought I'll write the date 15th. Did you get me? Today is 11th. Bank holiday. I met Pranav today. I'm free today only. Pranav was free on 15th only. Okay. So I wrote the date 15th on the check. And Pranav was free on 13th also. So he thought he'll go to the bank on 13th. Is it possible to get the check encashed? No. He can only go to bank on 15th or after 15th. After 15th is also fine because we have 3 months time, but not before 15th. So that is the difference between antedated check and post-dated check. Okay. Yeah, that's it about antedated and post-dated. Then we have stale check. Stale check. If a check is presented for payment after 3 months, the validity is only 3 months. And we are taking this check after 3 months from the date of the check, it is called a stale check. So an invalid check becomes the stale check. After expiry of that period, no payment will be made by the banks against that check. Is it clear? So that is called stale check. Okay. Then you find the check name mutilated check. Mutilated check. If a check is torn, damaged, and presented for payment, you are taking that torn check to payment, that will not be encashed. That becomes a mutilated check. Is it clear? Mutilated. It is torn into 2 or more pieces, or it got damaged. It fell into water, a bucket of water. So the ink and all spread. Or when you were walking, it fell into the muddy water. It fell down. So what happened? The check got damaged. Now what is it? It becomes a mutilated check. Yes. So these are different types of checks. Open check, crossed check, antedated check, post-dated check, bearer check, order check, then also stale check and mutilated check. Is it clear now? Types of check. Next, we are moving to the topic endorsement. Turn to page number 99. What is endorsement? What is endorsement? Okay, there is a person A. Okay, we have Mr. A. A need to make payment to B. Okay, A is going to make payment to B. So what A will do? A will sign a check, prepare a check, and will give it to B. Correct? B. Now suppose B has another obligation to C. B have to make payment to C. So what B will do? The same check received from A, he will transfer it to C. So what is B doing? B need to make some payment to C, maybe the same amount. Okay, so B will transfer the check to C. Again, C need to make payment to D. So again, the same check, he can transfer it to D. This is called endorsement. Is it clear? Actually, this started with A. A is the one who prepared the check and he gave this check to B. Okay, thank you for the check. But B, he need to make payment to C. So the same check, he can transfer it to C. There is a process, there is a formality to be done. We'll come to it. Okay. So this process of transferring the check, that is called endorsement. Please read endorsement. Read it. Take the textbook. Please read it. If you feel that the sentences are tough, you may draw this picture and keep to get the idea. What is this endorsement? See, actually, this B, what he can do, A has received, listen everyone, A is giving check to B. So B, B do? B will go and get this encashed, collect the money, then again B will prepare another check to C, right? That is usually what can be done. The idea that goes to the mind. A will give money to B, B will give money to C. So for that, B would prepare another check in the name of C. Then that will be given to C. Again, if C want to make payment to D, he should collect this money, then write another check in the name of D. Instead of that, got confused, Anish? Instead of that, what he can do? The same check that is received from A. The same check received from A, that can be transferred. This B need not wait till this money is collected. B, otherwise, just think that procedure, B have to take this to the bank, make from the bank, this should get encashed. He should write the next check, prepare the next check. So it is time consuming. Yes. And takes so much of effort also. So instead of that, what B can do? B can directly endorse, make this check, give this check to C. Okay. So that is called endorsement. Again, see, the same check can be given to D by C. Is the idea clear? And we have formality for that. I'll tell you that. But did you get the meaning of endorsement? The same check received from A can be transferred to any people, any number of people. A give it to B, B give it to C, C give it to D, D give it to E, F, G, H, I, J. It goes on. Now read first two paragraphs. Endorsement. Vinay, long time. So next we are going to see who is the endorser. Who can endorse a check? Who is going to be the endorser here? A is the one who gave it for the first time to B. Then B gives it to C. C gives it to D. So here who's endorsing it? It is B, not A. Okay? B is the endorser. So who may endorse? Read that paragraph. It's almost time to wind up the session. So I stop with this. We'll continue in the next session. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.